Good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK. Welcome to another episode of Clarity Social TV. Many of you may have been expecting Barb this morning for the Monday Shack. Barb is still at home taking it easy. She's waiting for some results, and as soon as we know what's going on, Barb will be back with us as soon as she can. So in the meantime, I'm stepping in, and we've got another special hour for you this hour. The lovely Jilly is in the room with you, so if you have any questions, she is there to help. So yes, the fresh cut die sale has proven really popular. So we decided on Friday to extend the sale up until midnight tonight, which is Monday, the 1st of September. Goodness me, the 1st of September, where has that time gone? Jilly said the sound is great. Thank you very much, Jilly. So I shall wait for a few more people to come and find us. Not very nice weather out there today. I look behind because the window is just behind the set, and it's currently raining. So if you hear sort of lots of clattering, then that's what it will be. It'll be the rain on the roof. So a perfect day for staying in and crafting. So I hope everybody's well and had a good weekend. I know I think the children start to go back to school this week or next week for some of you. So there we go. Happy September indeed. Yes, I can't believe it really is the 1st of September already. The time is absolutely flying by. So I'm going to swap over screens now. And I think if you joined me on Friday during the 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock show, I said at that point, you know what, I could do with several more hours to show off some of my favorites, because it's really hard to pinpoint certain favorites and really sort of let you see them and indulge in some of the artwork. So for today only at 10 o'clock, I'm going to share some more with you. And the offer runs up until midnight tonight, up to 65% off. And we've got some other items I want to share with you as well. I've got a couple of demos lined up. So I'll do a giveaway as I did last week as well. And don't forget, if you do place an order as a result of watching one of these episodes, then all you have to do is when you place an order, just put in the comments, Paul made me do it. And then tomorrow, I'll come in while Louise is on at 10 o'clock and announce the winner. And that person will win a £10 Clarity gift voucher. So as they say, you've got to be in it to win it. And it doesn't matter on whatever the value of your order is, as long as you put in there, Paul made me buy it. It's little things. It really is little things that make me chuckle when I print the orders off. And there's like people put little smiley faces in and everything else. So yeah, so it's always good fun just to see that. And in a way, it knows I know that you bought something as a result of watching our Clarity Social TV shows. So what I thought we'd do, I'm going to show you how to order, and I'm going to show you on the website again. I've got my iPad fully, well, it's not fully charged, it's charged up a little bit. That if you are new to Clarity, because we had a number of new customers over the weekend, so thank you very much for your first orders. And maybe it was a result of you watching our YouTube channel, and you've all of a sudden you came across it and you watched it and you made a purchase. So thank you very much indeed. So I'm going to go to the overhead and have a look. So I've got this on my iPad, and you can see if we scroll through, we've got the details of the show that I've got on today. Ooh, there we go. And then we have what we call a carousel, and this will change. Ooh, let's go back. So the carousel, when it decides to play, there we go, will change every 10 seconds. So you can have a look at that to see what's coming up. There we go. Offer extended until midnight Monday. Then what else have we got on our lovely little banners? The Tina Kiss flower samplers. That's available to you. So you can click there. Personalised stamps. We're working through those as we speak. So they'll be winging their way to you very, very shortly. What about some Clarity Classrooms, the online course? The next groovy one starts on Wednesday. Christmas open day workshops and tickets. Book today, get ready for November, and then it takes us back. So if I go to the Clarity TV shop, if I click here, then you can see these are the items I'm going to focus on during the course of this hour. Now, I spoke to Barb this morning, and at some point today, she will do a blog. Fantastic technique. And all I will say is Barb has used the nested circles, but the same technique can also be done with the nested squares and the nested hexagon. And what you may want to do when you jump ahead, you may want to pop some A4 adhesive sheets in your basket at the same time, item number 30924, because Barb uses those in the blog that she'll post later today. So you can see now felt by Clarity. I'm going to do a demo to show how the felt works beautifully with our fresh cut dies. So that's what's in the show page for today. And up here, you've got a section called Clarity TV, Catch Up and Craft. So if you click there, what this will do is it will take you back to all of our previous episodes of our Clarity Social TV. And you can go back, so you can go back and watch Fridays at 2 o'clock and the 10 o'clock show. Then you can go back and watch all the, maybe you want to find out more about our personalised stamps, then that's the show for you to watch. And underneath there's a little button that says shop the show here. Ooh, make sure you got TV. If I click there, then it will take me to show me the products that were featured in that particular show. Okay, then something else I want to show you on the website is, where's it gone? Okay, Barb's Bargains. So we rotate this on a regular basis, and many of the items in here are 50% off. Well, I say many, all of the items in here are 50% off. So maybe you want to have a look in there, and might be something that you just need to top up your basket with to get over £35 for your free postage. Okay, so what I thought we'd do, now we've got some more friends in the room, I'm going to bring up some full screen graphics, give you some information. So there's two ways in which you can order. You can either go to the claritycraft.com website, just as I've shown you, and place your order that way. Alternatively, Monday to Friday between 8 AM and 4:30 PM, you can call the number below, which is 01732 868 215, where the lovely Sue, normally Jazz, she's on holiday this week, or Pete are there to take the call and your order. Or if you've got any questions, they're there to help as well. So if I bring up some details on the screen, I'm going to go full screen graphics on these. It was so hard choosing more of my top favorites, but I thought we'll mix it up a little bit. We'll go some single dies, we'll go for some bundles, and we'll go for some that sort of your everyday essentials. So we're going to start off with the Teasels aperture die. Item number for this is 30735. You can see you've got a £3.50 saving, bringing it down to £6.49. Then we've gone to the 3 dandelions, item number 30771, the same £3.50 saving, bringing it down to £6.49. In addition to that, if you belong to any of our craft clubs, you'll also get your relevant discount on that as well. Now, this is one of Barb's favourite collections. This is the Botanical Aperture Clarity Fresh Cut Dies collection with the II book as well. Now, look at that savings, £78.55, bringing it down to £52.36. So this is a 60% saving. And if you're a Diamond Club member, it brings it down to £44.51. And when you see the artwork on this, it's absolutely amazing. Then we'll go for, these are available in little quarterette sets as well. So if you want your flowers and foliage collection, item number 30658, £20.99 saving, bringing it down to £38.97. Then if you want the other half, the Seeds and Pods Aperture Quartet, item number 30657, same saving, same fantastic price of £38.97. Then this is another favourite, a Little Bird Aperture Collection, item number 30699, saving £20.99, bringing it down to £38.97. Now this duo were really popular over the weekend. Item number 30890, the Leone Pujol Nested Heart and Square Scribbles die set, £25.99 saving, bringing it down to £13.99. And I showcased this initially in the 10 o'clock show on Friday. Then let's go a little bit Christmas. We have the Abstract Snowflake, item number 31366, £3.50 saving, bringing it down to £6.49. This is a real classic, this one. This is the Mini Cracker die, item number 31186, £4.20 saving, bringing it down to £7.79. And then let's have a look at some essentials and nested shape dies. So you've got your nested squares, item number 30603. All of these have the same saving of £8.75, bringing the price down to £16.24. If you're a Diamond Club member, it brings it down further to £13.80. So there's our squares. Then we have circles, item number 30667. How about some rectangles? Item number 30631. Ovals, 31236. Hearts. Now they featured quite heavily during the shows on Friday when we had a look at that trio of heart aperture dies. Sheila Metzeler used this a lot with those. Item number 30715. And then finally, the hexagons, item number 31237. So let me see, where shall I start? I'm going to start, let's go big, let's go large, so to speak, and we'll go large and we'll look at that big collection and then we'll break it down into the two. Okay, so item number on your screen is 31110, and that has a £78.55 saving, bringing it down to £52.36. Now, if you're a Diamond Club member, £44.51. And when you see what you get for it, the dies are designed by the lovely Mel Turner. Beautiful, beautiful. They are all 4x4 aperture dies. And let me see, I'm going to start on the overhead, I reckon. So let's go to that one and we'll go to this one here. So very simply, die cut in a black card with white behind it. This is your Chinese lanterns. Okay, really lovely. If you're into your mixed media, then we have the Honesty. Really nice. And all of these have the snippability, so you can cut them out of the frame. This one is, I think this is the Mountain Ash. This one. I'm just going through my dies. I feel like I'd know them off by heart by now. Where is it? Yep, that's your Mountain Ash. Like so. All of them are available individually. Then we have the Wild Seed Heads. This is nice, really funky, from Mel. But also great for gardening cards. Wild Privet, this is a nice one. Just like so. Then we have this, I think this one's called seed pods. Let me have a look. Poppy seed heads. That's nice. Like so. Then we have, see, I'm doubting myself. This is the Queen Anne's lace. Is it Queen Anne's lace? Yeah, Queen Anne's lace. Hard to choose a favourite from this collection. And then the Casablanca lilies. So you're going to get all of this in that collection together with one of our II books. So the idea behind this, so to speak, is to give you ideas and inspiration. And when we go through, you see you've got an introduction from Barb, and then you've got some beautiful artwork where it's been shown what's been used and sort of like a general go-to of how to recreate it. Okay, and you've got some amazing projects in here as well. Okay, so you can see really, really lovely. But you could just get the II book on its own and just look at the layout ideas, and then you could use it with your other dies as well. Really, really beautiful artwork. That's lovely, that one. Designer papers. So that's all included in that complete price. So let's have a look at a little bit of artwork. Okay, let's pop those over there. This one, this is a piece that I created. Now it's not square. What I did on this one was I put the double-sided adhesive sheets behind, put the die on there, and then die cut it with the nested circles. So it gives it a completely different look. This is a little canvas board by Barb, and that's using gilding flakes. You can see how that adhesive sheets really do come into play. This one here, no name on this one. This is taking a combination of the different ones. The designer papers really do give it a lift. This one, I think, is Sheila Metzler. So it's the same idea, but a completely different look. This is one that I created using the Honesty. So that's trapping the scrap on that. Another piece of artwork here. I love using the nested squares and offsetting. The designer papers really do lift these designs. Excuse me. Now, if you tuned in on Friday, we had the 12 by 12 Northern Lights designer paper. I'm happy to say that is now sold out. This one here is from Dee Paramore. She's combined it with our poppy stamps. This one here with our word chain stamps. This one here using some of our other dies. Got another one of the Chinese lanterns, some sparkle, Perga glitter behind there. And then this one, Sheila Metzler with the wild privet. Now, I bet this took time. I reckon this is a Sheila one as well. This has all been paper pieced to build up the different colorways. And then finally, this one from Dee Paramore, and this is using a combination. You've got the Queen and the Mountain Ash in the middle, and then Dee's done sort of partial art with the designs there. So that's the details on your screen for this collection, item number 31110. Now, where do I go to next? I'm going to go for one of the single dies. So I'm going to go to the Teasels, item number 30735. And this was one of our club dies back in the day. So these pieces of artwork have been created by Barbara. So you can show how they have the snip ability. Okay, so just using the that one from there and changing the look of it. And then this one is definitely a trap the scrap using the designer papers. Now, they also work beautifully with, I've got the wrong one on the screen, hang about, that's the one, item number 30771. Apologies, it's early Saturday. See, I can't even get the days right. Monday morning. Now look at these. These have been die cut with our felt. Okay, and it gives it that warm, fuzzy feeling and a completely different look. And I'm going to show you how to use our dies with our felt. Okay, so that's using the 3 dandelions. Then we're going to have a look at, let's have a look at the teasels now, which is item number 30735. Pop those to one side. Okay, so another of our past club dies. This one was created by Barb on an inky background from the gel press. This one here was one that I created, so creating the positive like a reflection. And then this one is using it 4 times to create a lovely sort of just a really nice card, and using one of our word chain stamps in the middle. So that's item number 30735. Then this is what I want to share with you next. Let me bring the details up on this. Where have we gone? Where have we gone? I'm still here. The abstract snowflake. Now this die is massive. Okay, there's my hand. Okay, and that's the die. Item number 31366. And again, this was one of our club dies, and we really got carried away when we did this one, but it's beautiful. You can do so much with it. So this was a piece that Barb created. There we go. So stencil brushes, beautiful ink pads, sticker words on there as well. And then this was one that I created. So used it as a sort of a gatefold card, and then just one of our other ones in the center, just like so. But let me show you something. When you cut the die out, you can also play around with it. So you can cut the middle part out, just like so. Okay, so if I turn that over so you can see, so there is the die. And what I've done, I've cut the middle part out, so I've now got a nice frame. And this bit here is what's been cut out of it. And I could probably cut away further and go smaller. So it's all about, and this is just on some of our designer paper. So that attaches back into there if you wanted it to, somewhere. It's about there, I reckon. So they do have that snippability to them. And I mean, look at that. It's such a beautiful frame. And then you've got a lovely snowflake or a star, however you want. So the item number for that is 31366. Okay. And then finally, I will do a demo, I promise. And the next one, this is a must-have. A must-have for Christmas. This is our mini cracker. There we go. Item number 31186. And here's some artwork from the design team using our little gnomes on there. You can use it for your parchment as well. You can use it for your felt. So this is some of our lovely felt from there. We've got some more in parchment. So these are great for wedding favors, little table presents. Maybe you've got little Christmas trees. Many of you have sort of your main Christmas tree and then a little one, maybe in the porch or the conservatory. But you can do so much with them. Okay, so the details for that are on your screen. Item number 3 1186. All right, let's pop those over there. Right, felt. Okay, now I've got a selection of our felt here. Okay, if you go to our show page today, then you'll see all the adhesive backed felt, the various different options. There's one in there which is called the Funky Stars, which is a nice selection, and the item number for that one is 31480, and that contains 6 pieces, and you've got clematis, coconut ice, lilac rose, white, just grey, and the Caribbean in there as well. And that was designed to work with one of our lovely fresh cut dies when we launched our Felt by Clarity. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how they cut the dies, cut like butter through the felt. Okay, so let me bring up on the screen which one am I going to go for. I'm going to go for the botanicals. Okay, so let me bring those details up there for you. Okay, and so I can bring over the items I'm going to use. So let me just get this ready for you. Okay, item number 31110, and that is the complete botanical collection of fresh cut dies with the II book. Now what we're going to do is change the details on the screen, and then we'll have it. So this is the piece we're going to recreate. I'm going to use a different color. Okay, now on the craft card it looks really lovely, but you could do this on white, you could do this on black, depending on what color you're going to go for. Now the demo that I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with a pack of the Just Grey, item number 31488. I'm going to show you how easy it is. Okay, so first off, I've got a piece of my felt. Now, what's special about our felt is it's got an adhesive backing on it. Okay, so when you look at that, you think, well, how did you, because obviously it's felt, but you can't see any glue or how it's been attached. So that's the beauty of our self-adhesive backed felt. Okay, so I'm going to take that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Chinese lanterns, but I could do this with any of our dies. That's going to go in the middle, but because I know it hasn't got an outside cut edge, what I'm going to do now is introduce the nested square. Okay, so as I said, we've got the nested squares on the show. So I reckon I want to go there. Let me have a look. Is that the same one? Yeah, that's the same one as over there. So that is going to sit like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my die cutting machine. Let me grab a clean Polly Pocket just to make it easy. There we go. So pop that on the block. So then we start to build our sandwich. So I've got my cutting plate. I've got a Polly Pocket. Then I've got my felt. Dies are cutting side down. I'm going to position that where I want it to be, just like so. And then I'm going to take a couple of pieces of copy paper just to act as a shim. Make sure I've got this nice and lined up. It's worth taking the time just to get that right. Some copy paper on top. Okay, and then my machine has a magnetic shim and then the top plate. So that's going to go on top like so. And then we're going to run that through the machine. Now, depending on what die cutting machine you have, you'll know your pressure and whether if it's a detailed die, whether you need to pass it through once or whether you need to pass it through twice. I'm fairly confident that with one pass of the machine, this is cut. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over so it's face up, and I can lift this off to see whether I feel that it's cut through. So I reckon I need to run that through once more. So I haven't disturbed it, and I'm going to run it through again. Sometimes it's better to be safe. If you're not sure, just run it through twice, and then you know you'll get that beautiful clean cut. Okay. And it's the magic of using the felt to give your artwork a different look. Okay. So let's open up the sandwich. Like so. Come on, nicely. Hang about. Bit by bit. Take that one off. And take that one off. There we go. Okay. So what I've got now is if I take the outer one off, so I've got my nested square. So that's now given me a nice frame. And then I've got this. So if I bring in my plate like so, okay, and then all I'm going to do is gently, I mean, it says gently, that I'm going to take out all of these little pieces, okay, just like so. And it will, because you've used the adhesive sheet, what it's doing, it's holding it in place, okay. So you can see how it's all coming out nicely. So rather than you watch me do this, I'm sure I've got one. Yes, here we go. Here's one I did earlier. Okay. So now, excuse me, I'm going to take that to one side, pop that over there. We'll come back to that in a minute. So if I zoom in on that, you can see now I've got my adhesive on the back, but now I need to attach it to my card. Okay. So how do I do that? Well, this was a trick that Barb came up with. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take some low tack tape, like so. Okay. This is where it can all go completely wrong on live TV. Okay. So, all right, let's have a look. So now we're going to release it from there, just like so, and we're going to turn it over. So this is now my positioner. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the backing. So in order to do that, I'm going to take a 1 needle fine tool or a 1 needle bolt. It's entirely up to you. And I'm just going to grab that from there. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's have a look on here. So all we're going to do now is gently ease off. Okay. And then what we need to do is get it going and then just gently peel away the backing. Okay. And this is super, super sticky. Just like so. Okay. Easy, easy, easy. Not a rush. Take your time. Just like so. Okay. Whew. Okay. Right. So that is the adhesive. It's the backing has now been removed from the back of the die. Just like so. So now we're going to put it onto here. So I could try and guess where it is in the middle, but the reason we've put the low tack tape on the front is so that we can hold it, hold it. I told you this could go terribly wrong at this point. The low tack tape, so I just need to press that down using that. Oh, good fun for a Monday morning, isn't it? I knew it was going too well. Okay. Press that down on there. Press that down on there. Just like so. Okay. Now I can take this and I can position this like so. And attempt to put it on straight if it didn't fall off. But it fell off and it doesn't matter because I can trim that back. Okay, so this is where, if you're going to do it at home, maybe go for a larger piece of card. I was trying to be clever. See, being clever doesn't work. And then all we're going to do now is have a look, and we're going to, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim it right back to the edge of the felt, and I can put it on another piece of card like so. There we go. Okay. So at least it didn't crumple. At least it went on the card and it didn't go on the table. But what I can do now is take a larger piece of card, which is one of our 5x5 card blanks. Okay. So I'll just chop one of those in half. So that will now sit on there and nobody's none the wiser. Okay. Like so. And then obviously to attach that, I can use our tape runners like so. Okay, so that's going to go on there. There we go. I'm going to turn it over, press on the back. And it really does give that lovely sort of soft, well, it will do, wouldn't it? It's felt that lovely soft finish, like so. And then remember, we had the square where we cut the frame out of. So that's going to sit on there, like so. And then if I take a larger card blank, so that is going to sit there. That will then sit on top, like so. Now, Barb had a trick for putting this onto here, because obviously you've got such a large open space, it's a little bit more trickier using the low tack tape to position it. Okay, but what we will do is I'm going to go across like this. Okay, so we're creating, let me zoom out now so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm doing this like so, and then I'm going to take the backing off. So we just get that going. Okay. Now what is easier on when you're doing it is if I take a pair of scissors and cut, then what I can do is peel it around the outside. Okay, rather than try and put it all off completely, it's easier to do it this way because you've got such a large open space in the middle. Okay, so that's now remove that. So I could attempt to do what I just did and it not go on straight, but Barb had this other idea, Okay, so if I move that to one side, so this is your card blank. This is going to be the front of it. Do we want to go top opening or side opening? I'm going to go top opening. At this point, it doesn't matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the card up. So this is the front. So therefore, this is the back. Okay, apology. There we go. So what I'm going to do is move this sticky side up like so. Position that where I want it to be. Now what I will do is just get rid of this bit here. Okay, so that's going centrally there. Okay, let's move it down a little bit. And then what you do is you bring the front over to the back. You press down so that when you open it up, you take off the low tack tape. See, that was a lot easier, wasn't it? He says. So now I've got that on the front of my card, and I can take my topper and place that on top. So I've got options. I could either use some of our adhesive sheet on the back, or just for speed, I'm going to go with our tape runner. I'm just pop that in the middle. So now I'm going to go for a top opening card. And that is going to go, I'm going to turn it over like so. And that, he says, is how easy it is to use not only our fresh cut dies, but also our adhesive backed felt as well with the dies. And you can do that with any of the dies. Obviously, the more intricate, the more time it may take you to do it. But I could imagine it working beautifully with that lovely snowflake. I would definitely run that through twice if you're going to use it with the felt. Okay. So if you'd like to be with a chance to win that card, then all you need to do in the chat is put felt. Just put felt, F-E-L-T. And at the end of the hour, I'll go back and I'll choose a name, and the name, whoever I choose, will win this lovely, well, this card. Whether it's lovely, it's up to you. So what I wanted to do, I just wanted to show you some of the other colours. And I thought if I do it on the overhead, it might be easier. So if I go to there, and we're going to zoom in on number 2. So we have the baby pink, 31482. We have clematis, 31571. We have driftwood, 31498. We have garnet, 31490. We have golden sand, 31489. We have holly, 31599. We have hush green, 31492. Then we have, it's starting to pile up now, we then have ivy, 31495. Lavender, 31483. Lemon sorbet, 31600. Light grey, 31487. Lilac, 31484. Lilac rose, 31597. A lovely zesty lime, 31491. Melon pink, 31502. Mushroom, there's not mushroom on this desk, item number 31486. Then oak, 314 99. A few more to go. Thistle 31570. And then finally, we have white 31504. So all of those are on the show page. And if you go to the Clarity website and you just put Felt by Clarity, you'll come up, we do some lovely backers as well in various different colours. We have some colour combination packs as well. So there's lots on there. Do you remember the rulers we launched? They were fantastic. Right, okay, so I've had a message from Barb to say that she's done the blog. So let me see if I can bring it up on the iPad for you, just to show you. Maybe you're new to Clarity. So let's have a look. Barbara Gray blog. There we go, it's barbaragrayblog.com. Right, let's have a look. So I reckon it's about there. We'll go to there and we'll go to there. So there we go. Barbara's blogged. Going full circle, sale ends midnight. So you just click on there. It's already got 4 comments already. And we go through. And there we go. And we've got a lovely step-by-step. Look at that. So that is using the nested circles, the adhesive sheets. So if I bring up the nested circles on the screen, item, whoop, wrong button. Hang on. Circles. Item number 30667. Okay, so that's what Barbara's going to show you how to make. A4 adhesive sheets, I mentioned those earlier. Item number 30924. And you get 5 A4 sheets on there. But as I mentioned earlier, it also works with the hexagons and the squares. And then Barb guides you through step by step exactly how she created that beautiful piece of artwork. Okay. So maybe you've got lots of scrap that you want to use up. Ah, the view ruler. Yeah, that's brilliant. There we go. And then Pergamano bookmarks, coasters. So you can make gifts to go with it as well. There we go. So check out barbaragrayblog.com. Maybe you're new to the Clarity family. And yeah, definitely worth a read. And there's 4 comments on there already. So always worth keeping on that. You can sign up so that when Barb does blog, you get an email telling you that Barb's done a blog and you can go in and you can read it, etc., etc. Right, okay. There was another set of dies that I wanted to share with you, which was the, where is it? This one here, a Little Bird Aperture collection. Really, really lovely set of dies. Let me just grab them. Excuse me. Okay, so let's have a look on the overhead. We'll just bring it, there we go. So this is what they look like when they're cut out. These are just 5x5s. Again, you've got the 4x4 aperture. So A Little Bird Told Me. You can see the bird one there and the lovely foliage on that one. Then you've got this one. You've got 1, 2, 3 little birdies in there. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And then you've got this one. So this is where it all started. The fresh cut dies all started from this particular design, which was Barbara and Dave's wedding invitation. So yeah, really, really lovely. So let's have a look at some artwork on this. So this one is from Dee Paramore. She's got an inky background that she's just die cut into. Pop that over there. Then another one from D, using that with the glitter in the background, using our Pico dies to cut out. Another one from D. I reckon D like this, and she's changed the colour. Then we've got the happy couple. D again. So what Dee's done on this one, she's die cut it in black, and then she's used a white Posca pen just to edge it in places. This is one that I did. This is with the glitter background and the adhesive sheets. Another one from D. This is clever. So you've got the card. So what Dee's done is she's cut away the outer part and then put the lovely designer paper as an insert on the inside. Then D again. So she's done like a triptych. She's done 3 different panels using 3 of the different designs. And then our stamps. This one from lovely Wendy, creating that lovely woody effect. This one from Sheila Metzeler. This, I suppose, it goes back to the bow wobs, doesn't it? Black on white, white on black. And it's like the reverse, it's a mirror image. This one, so look at this. Take away the frame because it has that snippability. So if I show you the die, so this is the die, cut the frame away, and you've got this lovely, and this is where the Perga glue would come into play to hold that down. Then another one from D. So she's put it behind a circular aperture. And then one more from Wendy. So she's created a sort of really arty, and this has been like a drop shadow. So she's done a white one first, and then she's done this browny sort of coloured one where she's put some gilding wax over the top, and then just offset it slightly to create that drop shadow effect. They're lovely. See, sometimes we've got so much artwork that we often, we're always moving on to something new, something new, something new. And so sometimes when we have these sales like we have at the moment, then it's a perfect opportunity for you to for us to indulge the artwork from the design team and just give it a different look at it. And then when we bring out new techniques, like with the adhesive backed felt, when a lot of this artwork was created, it didn't exist at Clarity. And so sometimes it's nice to go back, revisit, try different techniques and show off the artwork. And when you look at the savings that we're bringing to you, up to 65%, and this runs until midnight tonight. Now, what else was I going to do? Ooh. Right, let me bring some details up on the screen. I'm going to bring up, eeny, meeny, miny. Let's bring up that little bird collection. And I've got some pieces here that have also been die cut with the felt. Whoops. Just to show what they look like. Okay. So let's have a look. I'm going to go to there. I'm going to go to there. And there. There we go. So this is the happy couple. This has been die cut on our adhesive backed felt. Look how detailed it is. Okay, so we've got that one. Then we've got, remember that tree one I just showed you? So we've got that one. It really is crazy that the die, I mean, I think it goes down to the quality of the dies. It also shows the quality of the felt as well. I mean, here's in that lovely garnet color as well. And this is just on a piece of designer paper, like so, that you could then trim down, or you could put this on a canvas or in a frame, so it becomes a piece of artwork. this one here. So let's move that out. So you've got that one, but then that's used with the nested squares. So that technique that I did with the Chinese lanterns, you could do the same. Or maybe you've got that and you want to put a different color frame around the outside. See, it's all about having options, isn't it? And then, okay, what about this one then? So you've got The Little Bird Told Me in that lovely rust color. Maybe you want to put that around the outside. And then if you do that and you've got both of them, look, this one here, so that goes there. Let me zoom out now. You can mix and match. So you can take 2 pieces of felt and get 2 different cards. What else? This is lovely. This is using the 3 dandelions. So let me pop that to one side. So this is the 3 dandelions. You could do the same with that. So I've just used a smaller nested square. Let me come in on there. So nested, that is the 3 dandelions. There we go on your screen. So you can do that as well. And then it's the same principle when you come to attach it to the card. That's that lovely Caribbean color. But it just gives it, I mean, it's the texture, isn't it? It's the felt that can really sort of just shows off the design to its element. And when you look at some of these designs with how much detail there is, and there's no catch, it hasn't caught it at all, and there's nothing stuck in there, especially when you look at the this one here. If I come in here, this is the Happy Couple, and I'm going to zoom in close on this so you can see, just give it a chance to focus. It has cut away even those tiny little gaps, even the bird's eye. It has die cut that as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, not only from our fresh cut dies, but also using it with the adhesive backed felt, then give it a go. And as I say, when you're running it through your machine, if you're not sure, just run it through twice, and then it will work. I know my machine, okay? I've been using this machine for a long, long time, and I know the quality of the dies, and I know which ones are detailed and which ones are easy. If it was a basic shape, like cutting out a square or a circle, one pass through the machine, job done. But when they're as detailed, like the snowflake, for example, I would definitely run that through twice. I tell you what, I'm going to run it through. Nothing like a bit of give it a go and see what happens. So let me grab some felt. I've got, okay. Let's have a look. He's going to do it. Oh dear. I like to test myself on a Monday morning. So this is where it could go terribly wrong. Okay. So these are 6 by 6. So you can see how big that die is. That's going to go in there. I've got the same sandwich combination, and we're going to run that through the machine. Okay. Now, because it is detailed, then I'm going to definitely run it through twice. Okay. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to do it twice. So I'm going to run it through once, like so. Okay. Then I'm going to flip the plate over, and I'm going to run it through again. Okay. Because again, the machine has different pressure points, it has different pressure top and bottom. If you've got a manual machine, maybe you need to do it 3 times. One of the beautiful things about most die cutting machines now, that if your sandwich is too thick, the machine won't take it. Especially with the electronic ones, it will spit it back. Okay, I don't know whether I want to open this now. Right, okay. Well, it's definitely cut the outer frame, like so. Okay. Where's my waste bin gone? Let me just grab that. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just using this just to, so I've got something to grab. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely cut it, and it's just going to take some time to remove all of those little intricate parts. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let me just do some of it. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let me just bring it in on here. I'm going to super zoom in so you can see where it has the fine detail. So this would probably take me about 10 minutes or so just to release all these little bits, but you can see that it definitely worked. Okay. So I won't bore you for the next 10 minutes picking it all out. So thank you for, oh, I need to choose a winner. Right, okay, let me go back into the chat. Let me zoom back. Okay, right, there it is. I can see them coming in. Right, okay. Felt. There it is. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to scroll all the way down, stop looking. And the winner is Lillian Tilley. Congratulations, Lillian. So I will get that sent off to you, whichever one. We'll go for the grey. Oh, here comes the rain. So we'll get that sent off to you. If you placed an order, then I'll pop it in with your order. If you are placing an order as a result of watching Clarity Social TV, then if you put Paul made me do it in the comments in the comments at the bottom, then what I will do tomorrow morning, I will choose a name at random for everyone that has done that. And I'll come in and interrupt Louise at 10 o'clock tomorrow during Groovy Tuesday and announce the winner, and that person will receive a £10 Clarity voucher. Thank you as always to lovely Jilly for helping out and also for your company on this Monday morning. As I said, normally this would have been the Shack with Barb. If you read the blog, Barb will give you an update on where it is, where her health is at the moment. She's off to the hospital again this morning to hopefully get some results from the various tests that have been carried out. So let me see where we're now. The dice sale runs up until midnight tonight. Up 65% off. Tomorrow, the lovely Louise will be back with you at 10 o'clock. And then Louise and I will be back together at 2. And then we'll be back with you on Friday at 10 and 2. The schedule's sort of just all up in the air at the moment until we know what's going on with Barb. But we'll definitely be back tomorrow at 10 and 2, and then Friday at 10 and 2 as well. And then Sunday is the first Sunday of the month, and we've got something very, very special planned for you then. So enjoy the rest of your day or your week, and we'll see you again very